Certain Supreme Court justices are back in the news, and not in a good way. The ethics scandals we've been reporting on are continuing to cascade. Senate Democrats have found new, well, familiar, this is new, 3 more secret luxury trips that Clarence Thomas took from Republican megadonor Harlan Crow. Crow's own records, which, pursuant to oversight, had to be turned over to the Senate committee here, show what you see on your screen. Thomas flying on his private jet on these trips. And this dates back to 2017 and 2019, Washington to Georgia, and a third newly revealed trip between Washington and California, crisscrossing the country in private jets on a billionaire's dime. This is not how most people live. ProPublica, the first outlet to report on all of this, and they revealed that for over 2 decades, Thomas has been taking these luxury trips. Some reported, most, though, secretly hidden. Thomas facing mounting scrutiny. You see this here. There are problems, and then there is Clarence Thomas. This is a level of grift that, as you've heard me say before, any member of Congress would be in trouble for, but apparently these justices see themselves as quite literally above the law and the rules. Meanwhile, the man who is hiding secret luxury travel and private jet travel that outstrips all of his colleagues appointed by both parties also likes to lie and claim that what he really prefers is to stay off the airplanes altogether, to say nothing of private jets, and go to RV parks.
I prefer the RV parks. I prefer the Walmart parking lots to the beaches and things like that. There's something normal to me about it. I come from regular stock, and I prefer that. I prefer being around that.
No, he doesn't. I can't stress this enough. The way that Clarence Thomas, almost more like a politician or some, corporate figure, has laundered this and publicly misled about what he prefers is itself a kind of tell. Because while he was giving these interviews and while he's talking this up, he also knew he was hiding these luxury trips. And again, you can criticize justices for all kinds of reasons. Most of them do not go out of their way to buddy up to billionaires and then hide luxury jet travel. It's not actually what most of them do. And this is the first of several Supreme Court scandals. Just this week, you had those secret tapes of Justice Alito raising questions about his judgment and bias.
I don't know that we can negotiate with the left in the way that needs to happen for the polarization to end. I think that it's a matter of winning.
I think you're probably right. There are differences on fundamental things that really can't be compromised.
No compromise for Justice Alito. As we mentioned, whenever we play that was recorded surreptitiously by an activist. There are a lot of questions here as well about Alito's violation of the U.S. flag code through his household, and, as we discussed earlier in the broadcast, his claims that he didn't see the flag, didn't know about it, and he deferred to his wife. One day here, we are one day after Senate Democrats did force that vote to try to get a binding code of ethics for the Supreme Court. And while ethics used to be the kind of thing many politicians said they support in government, and conservatives used to say you need strict rules so people don't abuse government power, that's why they said they like limited government, it was conservative Republicans who blocked this getting to the floor.
I think it's just a campaign of harassment against the Supreme Court in order to try to undermine public confidence, and I think it's dangerous, frankly.
It's absurd. And to threaten funding, remember, they're an independent branch of government. They have life appointments.
This would be an unconstitutional overreach. This would undermine the court's ability to operate effectively, and it's been a continued effort by our friends on the Democratic side to undermine a court they don't like.
This is not a drill. And the biggest questions are not just for Alito and Thomas, although they are causing the problems, but the buck stops with Chief Justice Roberts, who runs the court, controls assignments of the big opinions, and has to decide if he's going to put a stop to any of this.